Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to properly maintain and repair any Ford Transit Custom with the engine 2.2 diesel. So today I am working on this vehicle, and on this vehicle especially I'll have to replace the entire clutch kit, I'll have to replace the glow plugs, I'll have to clean the intake manifold, the throttle body and the egrt valve. And in today's episode I'm going to show you all some tips and some way for how to do it. Right here, as you can see, I have the brand new glow plugs which I'm going to install on this kind of vehicle. And in my case, I already removed most of the parts which was getting in my way of working into the vehicle. So as you can see, the front end of the vehicle is removed out completely. The front bumper, the headlights, the radiators, also the mounting bracket for the radiators. I drained all the coolant out from the system and I left only the hoses which are still attached right here in the front way of the engine. And right here, as you can see, normally it will be installed the intake manifold, the throttle body and the egrt valve. And if you want to replace or remove the glow plugs, you'll have to remove the entire intake manifold out from the vehicle, because otherwise you'll have no way to do it in any other ways. So on this vehicle, as you can see already, the gearbox is removed out completely because I want to replace the flywheel, the clutch disc and the clutch pressure plate, and also the clutch bearing from this kind of transmission. And I have all the parts laying around in my garage, which I'm going to show you all later what they're looking and how to remove them. Right here, as you can see, this is the egrt valve from this kind of vehicle, which I just removed out. I'm going to clean it and make it like a new one. And in my case, on this kind of vehicle, all the work and all the things which I'm going to do to it are only the maintenance working. I'm only doing this to prevent them from failing into the future. And this is what I recommend you all to do. Doesn't matter if you don't have an error code on the dashboard, for example, from the egrt valve or something like that. It's better to clean it and prevent it from going bad in the future just by removing it and cleaning it very good, and then you'll have to install it back into the vehicle. And if you have the tools, I recommend you all to do also an adaptation with the diagnostic tool, just to calibrate it and make it work like from the factory. Right here, as you can see, the intake manifold, it's also in a very bad condition. The throttle body, it's even worse. But don't worry about it, because I'm going to make them and clean them look like a new one and also behave and perform like a new one. So I recommend you all to take in mind that you have to be very carefully when you are cleaning and working with parts like this one, because they have electrical connections inside it and you don't want to put any water or degradant or something like that inside the part. Just mainly focus on the metal part, on the throttle body, for example, on the egrt valve. Just take a toothbrush or a wire brush or something like that and some universal degreaser and clean all the dust and all the grime from inside it very good. Right here, as you can see, I have all of these connectors which I removed out and pulled them out from the front side of the engine. I only removed them to make my job a little bit easier and create me more space to work with. And right here, as you can see, the manual transmission from this kind of vehicle is already removed out completely. I managed to remove it with a friend of mine. I removed it completely and I'm going to replace it with a new one which I bought from a junkyard, because the transmission which was installed on this kind of vehicle failed. So I didn't have the 4th gear. I had the 1, 2, 3 and the 4th gear was not working. I have to shift it completely from 3 to 5. So in my opinion, the transmission can be repaired, but I don't want to spend money to repair it. I bought another one from a junkyard and I'm going to install it back over the vehicle with the brand new clutch parts. Okay everybody, so as you can see right here, right now in this moment I am removing the connectors from the glow plugs, and to remove them you'll have to use a 7mm socket which will help you to remove the bolt from the connectors. After that you'll have to remove the glow plugs out from the engine, and in my case you will see later that 3 of the glow plugs came out very easy, but the last one did not come out very easy. I had to force it a little bit. I had to push it back and forth until eventually I was able to get it out. In my case, I spent about, on the last glow plug, about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, something like that, even more I think, just to make it out and just to make sure that it will not break into the engine, and eventually I was able to remove it just fine. From here, just follow what I'm doing and just follow how I'm doing it to remove them out from the engine. In my case, the engine is cold, so normally if you're working on a cold engine, the glow plugs will come out a little bit harder, but if you're working on a hot engine, the glow plugs will come out a little bit easier. Right here, as you can see, I'm trying to remove the glow plug number 4, so this is the last glow plug from this kind of engine, which is a little bit stuck into the engine. It's not coming out very easy. I have to struggle a little bit, I have to move it back and forth, and so on, until eventually it will come out from its place. If you encounter a problem like this one, just don't rush, don't worry, work your way down, just move it left and right a little bit until it will create more space and until eventually it will release it and come out from the engine. Very good everybody, so as you can see, this is the last glow plug. Eventually I was able to get it out. It was a little bit stuck into the cylinder head, but eventually as also I was able to get it out. Very good everybody, so as you can see right here, I prepared all the parts, everything is ready to go back over the engine. The transmission, it's already installed back over the engine. This is the brand new transmission which I bought from a junkyard and which I installed it back over the engine. The clutch, the flywheel, the clutch pressure plate, the clutch disc, everything is installed back. They are all brand new parts. I installed and I chose the manufacturer look for them. I bleeded the clutch and so far everything is working good. And right now the next thing which I'm going to do is to install back the brand new glow plugs and then the intake manifold and the throttle body. And moving on, right here on the ground, I have the old transmission which I removed out from this kind of vehicle. This is the transmission which has the fourth gear missing. So in my case, it doesn't matter if I put it from the third gear to the fourth one, it's not moving at all. It will accelerate and that's it. It feels just like it's on the neutral or something like that. So in my case, because of that, I decided to replace it with a brand new one which I bought from a junkyard, and I'm going to install it back on the vehicle, and as also it's already installed back over the engine. Right now, the next thing which I'm going to do is to install all the glow plugs back into the engine. You'll have to tie them to 50 Newton meters, and my recommendation is to always use some special paste and some sort of lubricant which is made specially for injectors and glow plugs, just to make sure that in the future they will not seize up into the engine again, and just to make sure that the removal in the future will be easier than this one. Alright everybody, so as also all the glow plugs are installed back into the engine and they are tightly to spec. From here I will move ahead, I will install back the throttle body, the intake manifold and the egrt valve, and I'm going to tie them back to spec. Just make sure to install first the connectors from the glow plugs, and then you'll have to install back the intake manifold. Very good everybody, so right here in this moment all the parts are installed back over the vehicle. The vehicle it's most likely done. The only thing which I have to do left on this kind of vehicle is to do the timing chain. I'm going to do another video in the future and show you all how to do the timing chain on this kind of vehicle on a 2.2 diesel Ford Transit Custom or any Ford out there with this kind of engine. So right here in this moment all the parts are installed back over the vehicle. Everything is installed back and is ready to go back on the road. And if you want to remove the transmission from this kind of vehicle, the only thing which you have to do is to remove the coolant hoses from the top part of the transmission. After that you have to go right here underneath the vehicle. You have to drain all the fluid from the transmission, and this one from right here is the filling plug. This is where you have to put brand new oil into the transmission. And after that you have to go a little bit down on the transmission on the right side. Right here it will be the drain plug. You have to remove this drain plug to remove all the old oil from the gearbox. Also, after that, you have to remove the axles from the left and from the right, and as you can see in my case, I did not install them yet. And then in the rest, you have to remove all the connectors from the top part of the gearbox, and you have to remove all the hoses and screws which are secured over it, and then just lower it down from the vehicle. After that, right here in the back, this is a closer look of how all the parts are looking and how they are installed back over the transmission and how they are installed back over the vehicle. Thank you very much for watching. Those are all the things and all the steps which you have to do and follow if you want to properly maintain and fix any Ford Transit Custom with the engine 2.2 diesel. If you like the video and found it informative, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a comment and a like down below. See you next time.